You are listening to the Malliard Report, a live radio show that ventures into the mysteries of life, as well as the hot topics of the day, either political or business. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Malliard Report. A long time ago, I swore I was going to way off the time stamps, but it's good evening. Show's 9 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday nights, live. It's the best thing about this show. I really love doing it live. And of course, when you do it live, some nights you'll have these things that happen, like tonight. I've whiffed on some guests, and that's okay, because tonight I think we're supposed to be doing this. So we're just going to trust my gut and go for it. That's dangerous, I know. But we're going to do live calls, Thanksgiving edition. Now, here's the deal. There is a lot of going on in the world, right? We all know that. A lot of things that upset people, trouble people. Well, I'll say it. Piss people off, right? But tonight, we're not going to talk about any of that. We're just going to talk about the things that make us happy, the things that have brought us joy, the things that are positive. Can I say that any other way? I don't know. But that's what we're doing tonight. We're looking forward to great things in 2022, great things that have happened in 2021. Now, I know a lot of you are out there sitting there saying, I can't think of anything good that's happened since 2019. I know, it's tough. We will take a whack at it here tonight throughout the course of the show, to stir the echoes, if you will, to put forth some good things, some good thoughts in your mind. Well, let's start here. You have a device that you're capable of listening to the show on. You have electric to charge that device. A majority of you who are listening to this program are listening to it via a mobile device. I know that. I'm not foolish to the world. I don't know how many of you even have computers these days. Of course, I'm sitting at a computer and do most of the work for the show on a different computer, but that's here or there. I know those days are changing as things change, but not there yet. So we just bear that in mind. But that's the small things that we need to take a moment for, because we get so wrapped up in all the things that are wrong daily. I know. Trust me, I know. And I'm not here to preach at you. That's not the purpose of tonight's show. I can promise you that. But every once in a while we need to slow down and think about it. Because we do get going too fast. I mean, I know for years this was the fastest hour on Paranormal Talk Radio, right? So I understand how fast things can go. And put things on that perspective, in that motive, in that vein. But tonight we're going to remember the streets both ways, and we're going to slow it down. We're going to take a minute and think of some things we're thankful for. And as Germantown Runner has elegantly pointed out to me, that we're talking about this with an American Thanksgiving spin, because it may not be a holiday where you are. For all you Canadians, I know you've already done that and been there and done that. And for the rest of the world, well, I'm sure you understand. You've seen the pictures of the turkeys and all the other fun things that us Americans try to do, but you may not understand. So we're just going to take a moment and be thankful. That's a good thing to be, no matter what it is. Right? Yeah. Like I said, I'm thankful to have the opportunity to speak to all of you. From Maryland to New York to Australia. I know there's Australia live in the chat room tonight. Like, that's just, well, I guess it's tomorrow there, right? So there's different continents being heard. And I know when I look at the numbers, I see it. And I, honestly, let's see, slow down, right? That's what I've been telling you all tonight. Because when I look at this show, right, and I've had to look at it in the last several months and try to understand what it is today versus what it was a year ago versus what it was 5 years ago, and how this journey has taken one direction or the other. So I understand, but when I look out and I see the impact this show has made, not only on my life and the people in my life, my family's life, but the community that's been built around the show, live show, the impact that it's had on guests that have been on the show. Now, okay, I'll tell you a fun little story I had the opportunity to happen last Thursday. Matter of fact, I think it was Thursday or Friday. Former guest on this program, Jude Morrow, who is from Ireland, happened to be doing a couple. Now, if you may remember, he is the author of the autism book. You may remember him that way. Obviously, the Irish accent stands out too for those people who do that kind of thing. So, he was doing a couple speaking engagements in the town where I live, and I had the opportunity to go meet him. And I sat there with him for over half an hour, and we discussed a number of things. And it was like catching up with an old friend who I've never met before, and hopefully we'll cross paths again someday. I don't want to say we'll never cross paths again, but it was just fun to walk in a room and be recognized by somebody who you've never met. Not gonna lie, it was kind of different. Not the first time that's happened. But, so there's, and we're in 2021, right? That moment of being somewhere semi-social with people, right? It's different. It's good. So, like I said, we're just going to digest and take things slow and find things we're thankful for tonight. Now, if you have something, feel free to call in 234-738-2552. All right, you guys know that number by now. If you don't, save it in your phone. It's the number we've been using around here for years. And the other fun thing is, it's not my personal cell phone number, obviously, because I'm not that foolish. But I do see the messages and the random calls and all this other good stuff that I do get from time to time on that number. So, yeah, go ahead. Call it. Leave me a voicemail. There is the off chance that I'll answer it during the weird hours that people do call, and I'm sure they're blown away by that. So, just keep that in mind. I'll never forget, I was up working on the website at probably 1 a.m. one night, and that number rang, and I looked at it and kind of thought twice about it, but sometimes you just answer a call and I was talking to somebody, and I don't know if it made a difference or not for them, but it was kind of fun to talk to somebody who really enjoyed the show and just was calling to leave that as a voicemail, and they just wanted to leave a quick voicemail, and then we ended up talking for 15-20 minutes. So, oh, Germantown Runner, you don't know, we're being thankful tonight, Germantown Runner. We don't need that. Germantown Runner just popped up in the chat room. For those of you who aren't live and who are missing that, you need to be here. You need to come engage with him, because your life will be better for it. He just popped in the chat room. A new study released today that Americans are expected to gain 8 pounds between now and New Year's Day. We can't be having that. I probably already gained it, though. Oh, it's been a long few months. But that's okay. We're allowed that. Just gives us something to work towards getting off. Keep things moving forward. Okay, so I kind of started down a rabbit hole about, so it's coming. Okay, we're not there yet. What else? What other things should we be thankful for here in 2021 that we aren't necessarily paying attention to that we need to be? Well, we got to remember, while we are all connected, right? The interwebs make us mad at times, I'm sure, right? There's somebody out there saying something you disagree with, and you just, it's full of hate. But at the same token, right, there's the other side. There's a lot of people out there sharing love and positivity, and you got to be grateful for them. Why are you calling? I don't know. But you should. We'll find something. Why aren't you calling is the question. Now, so there's just a lot going on. Oh, sorry, I have a big itch. I don't quite understand. Technical problems when you're doing a live show and you can't just stop talking for 5 minutes. Now, there's a lot, right? So we've got these connections. You need to find the positivity. And not necessarily even fake positivity. Just find people that make you happy. You don't have to agree with them all the time. That's for sure. Matter of fact, find some people you don't agree with all the time. That'll make your life better. What do you mean, find people you don't agree with? Now, I said we're going to keep this positive, so we're going to keep this positive. But there's got to be room. There's got to be room. I think if I know who this is.
How are you, Sir Jimmy Latte? What's going on there, sir?
I think you'll agree with what I was about ready to spit out my mouth. You've got to find room for people that you don't necessarily agree with, but you can have the discussion with.
It's a fine time to do that, dear Jimmy. Yes. Sorry, my Scottish, my Irish and Scottish is not that good right now. So yeah, you said calling, so I'm calling in. So,
yes. But I know we've had conversations where we can agree to disagree, but we have to have the discussion.
100%, and that's what I grew up with, and I think that's what you grew up with. That we can have a dialogue, and we may not agree with each other, but we agree to disagree, and then life goes on. And I'm actually thankful, just to let everybody know, I love the Dock Pond. I love everybody in it, even the Anons that are there. Hey, power to the people. And but what I'm thankful for, and it's going to be a little bit weird, is I'm thankful for what took place the last almost 2 years, because the true colors of individuals have come out, and the true intellect of individuals have come out. And it's good to know where people stand at this point. I think there's a lot of deception that is taking place in everybody's lives in a way where you think you know people and you're friendly with people, and then you find out later on that other things have happened. It's really nice. I'm thankful to know who you can have a conversation with, like yourself, Jim, where we can agree to disagree, versus who you can't.
Yeah, it has sorted a lot of things out, for sure. So,
yeah, it's crazy how this world has turned out. It's craziness that's going on, and you sit in the sidelines and you're looking at this, and I feel like and I forgot what the movie was, but it's like, am I taking crazy pills? What you're seeing.
So I know you can't get too much into this, but I do want to ask a question about it. Is that fair? You can tell me to shut up.
Sure. No, go for it.
How has that type? Because I know you've done several of these type TV projects. I guess I should say that for everybody out there, without saying any more than that. But obviously, you just came off doing one that isn't out yet. It's still. You just finished doing that part of it. But
yep.
that recent rendition versus the previous ones, how has that changed in the last few years?
Well, the first one I've done was it was amazing. 5 hours of filming for 5 minutes, pretty good. That hour-minute ratio is good. They treated me with tremendous respect. Took care of my transportation, my housing, the period, food, whatever. Very professional in the manner. The crew was great. Everybody was great. Second one, nice people. Had none of that there. They could care less who you were. If you weren't the principal, you freeze your ass off and go, oh, sorry, Tim, out into the the cold. Yeah, I don't know who's syndicated and who's not, and I don't want to get you in trouble. But it wasn't as professional. Got a lot of good airtime on it. And I don't like reviewing my own performance, but I looked at it and I'm like, wow, I think I really did a decent job. And then I'm hearing from other people, and it's not people blowing smoke, mind you. I'm hearing from third parties through third parties, like, wow, that was really good. And, so I'm thankful for that. This one was amazing. They rented me an entire 3-story house on a lake for 3 days. Took care of my food and whatever I needed, and we did some great filming. Did a good job with it, and that was that. But what the problem I have is talking about who you can trust, who you can talk to. I'm not really big on the Hollywood mentality, that LA, that West Coast mentality.
No, you don't say.
It just drives me nuts. Especially because like 99% of them, can you believe this? 99% of the people in California, vegans. Vegans. There were no caveman vegans. Dave, Germantown Runner, am I correct on that? How many caveman vegans were there? Look that one up. GTR.
I'm sure there was one.
No. Done. They did none.
One.
And if Bob was a vegan, Bob was eaten a little bit later on. Okay? No one was a vegan. I mean, I understand his lifestyle, but it's like, it's phony. It's fake. I don't want phony and fake. We have too much of this right now. We need real people. There it is, and there's the answer. Zero, zilch, nada.
I demand a recount.
Go ahead, go pay for it. GTR is going to pay for a recount. What do those cost these days?
Too much money.
Well, it's funny. He put up something in the duck pond talking about many were cannibals. Did you? Here's something crazy, and I'm going to throw this at you. I was just made aware that there is a cannibal restaurant out in L.A. I think in New York too. They serve human flesh. My hand to God. I'm just my jaw dropped when I saw that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know that's this little sidebar. Just seeing how we're all going to be eating Thanksgiving dinner soon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Ooh, this tastes wonderful. Yeah. And they don't discuss how they acquire the human flesh, which I have a problem with. Besides the fact that it's just wrong on multiple levels, unless you're a soccer team in the Andes Mountain, starving. But it's just, this is what our society's been brought to. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah. It's really crazy what's going on in this world. And it's good to know who these people are now. The light's on. It's like, oh, that's how you think? Okay, great. You're not coming to my birthday party, you demon. How many cannibals do you have out there in PA?
Oh, probably dozens, I'm sure.
There's no way. You got Chiefs. It's a great place. They don't eat cannibals. You got Chiefs and my favorite place in converting to Christianity, Chick-fil-A. Come on. Who needs real human flesh?
So, so here's one for you. Well, we're...
Sure.
I don't even know how to word this. This is good. I'm just thinking about... Because I know you're into the Dogman thing, and I've been meaning to talk to you about this for a while, and, well, here's the opportunity, because, right,
sure.
You're here, and it's my mind's kind of woo, 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 and I'm getting out of this cannibalism really quick. See how that's working? Or maybe not. I'm not sure. This might be a problem. Now, what's how are people distinguishing? I mean, I know there's some physical differences between Bigfoot and Dogman, but what are they?
Okay, so here you go.
Give me the crash course, because I'm
okay. In the relationship to Dogman being a lichen, a werewolf. I'm just gonna put it out as a werewolf. Some people just call it Dogman. It sounds all nice and cute, but it's not. People have come up with 7 variations of this. Anywhere from ones that look like a baboon to a hyena to like a German Shepherd, and then you get into the really grotesque ones that kind of look like the werewolves in Van Helsing and American Werewolf in London type of stuff. And these aren't little creatures. These are like 8-9 feet tall creatures, and they're extremely intelligent. Some people are saying, oh, they're not that bad. I'm like, nah, they just have this, I think, an inert evilness to them. And they're just, it's if you have Bigfoot, you usually have Dogman. And I never wanted to know about this. I thought this was like a joke. When I first heard about it, I'm like, oh, this is a joke, right? Now we're playing, And then you start talking to people and eyewitnesses. Then you start meeting. I talked to a couple of people that used to work for, I don't even know if they still work for the government. They'd be doing things special forces related, and they kind of, some of these people that I don't know personally are telling you these stories of what they've been tasked to do, detailing a werewolf, describing everything: amber eyes, fangs, 8-9 feet tall, long, arms, looks like a dog or a wolf on all fours, and then it stands up. And you're like, okay, this guy's got more to lose than gain by telling me this stuff, So that's basically what your Dogman is. It's basically a werewolf, and it comes in different variations. The type 3 are the ones that kind of have that more baboon monkey-ish kind of feel, and I think personally that that's like a West Side Story where you have some Bigfoot, Sasquatch, and Dogman kind of intermingling, and creating a relationship with each other, and then producing some of these crazy offspring that don't really look like some of the wolves that you would see, werewolves. But that's what Dogman is. And I'll let you know, where you're located in your state, you're infested with those things. There are tons of them in PA. And I think it has to do with the, you have a lot of waterways and cave systems, canals and aquifers. So I think they use that to travel. But they're very strange.
So, Bowden, this is it. This is it. I just had this idea. So you're just going to have to take this and run with it. You're going to have to create a poster so I can see this and sell them.
I'll actually, somebody else has created a poster. I will send it to you tonight after the show. I'll find it for you and I'll send it to you. I wish I could post it into your duck pond. I may be able to find a link to it, and post it in there. But yeah, it's real. I've actually come face to face with one that was more dog-esque than werewolf, scary, like, beware of the moors and stick close to the road type of experience. So, excuse me, Jim, what's that pentagram on the wall for?
So are Dogmen interdimensional too, like Bigfoot's supposed to be?
Yes, I'm going to say yes, and I'll tell you why. I was originally a flesh and blood guy with Bigfoot, and until I had my own experience, I heard stories from people that they were using what they call mind speak, which is telepathy, to talk to each other and people, and they said that they just disappear, or there's a big light and whatever, and I said, okay, I take everybody for, I believe that they believe what they believe, but I'm not believing it. I think, I got to have proof myself. And then we had an experience, and this creature went from point A, which is probably 20 feet from where I am, to 2 miles down the road in a split second. And knowing enough about physics and the theory of string theory and interdimensionality and stuff, the only way you can, anything that I know of can do that fast is if you've opened a portal, walked in it, and they came out where you wanted to come out. And that would mean interdimensional. Another case for this is when there's a lot of light anomalies that are experienced during Bigfoot encounters, before, middle, and after, as well as with dogman encounters, that they seem to disappear. And I think, yes, they can cloak themselves and they use infrasound to bend some visual wavelengths. But I think when they exchange their energy, this is why you get fuzziness with your cameras, mind you. These are all digital-based cameras. You get the blob squatch because of either infrasound or they're going to transform from the physical, which they can be, into a metaphysical or interdimensional. So this being can be both. I can't explain it. I think quantum physics will be able to explain this years from now. You'll be like, oh my God, this is why Bigfoot is what he is. And people will create filters where you'll take camping trips. You're a Boy Scout, right? Eagle Scout.
Yep.
I'm sure you've been in the woods, and there have been things there that you weren't seeing because you didn't have the right filter to see it in whatever spectrum or dimension. And I think they'll come up with filters for that, and you'll be like, there was a Bigfoot standing right next to me. And so they just do this innately. It's kind of like, how do children breathe when they come out of the womb? It happens. It's part of your, let's call it DNA. It's part of your process. You just start breathing. I mean, some of them are smacked. Initially, you're breathing a liquid form of it, and now you're breathing air. So just like with these creatures, they can do things that you can't do. Kind of like an octopus. There's no reason why octopuses are on this planet. There's no link to anything.
Just to make you ask questions. It worked. Check that one off the list.
Okay.
Okay, so I scribbled down 2 notes while you were talking there because I wanted to bring up 2 different points, and I didn't want to forget one because now I'm gonna throw this back at you, and you're gonna have to think about it for a while. Just be aware.
Okay.
Instead of if they're moving hyper fast, what if they're slowing down time for us? Like some sort of backwards matrix, time stopping, so they. You see what I'm saying?
Like all those kung fu movies where they lean back and the bullet goes. Yeah.
Yeah, like the kind of the trick, like kind of the trick where they're pushing pause and moving things around.
I don't think that's. If that was the case, you'd be dead. Or people that have seen this, experience this, would be dead because it would give them the opportunity to kind of freeze you or put you in some kind of stasis, and they can just walk up to you and just whip your neck out. Yeah, they don't do that. They usually just disappear.
What about all the people that go missing, though, that we don't know about?
Oh, I think that has to do with interdimensional. There's a guy that was, I think you may have had him on your show, Paranormal Investigative something Association, PIA. He's saying that it's Bigfoot. He's saying it's Bigfoot that is what's doing it, and they're doing it interdimensionally. I don't know. I think everything can be. We're talking. Go back to here. Circle back to cannibals, Dave. We're circling back to cannibalism. It would not put it past me that these creatures do have had a taste of human flesh, just like any other animal. But I think you have, just like in life, you have good people, you have bad people, then you have those psychopaths. And I also think once you get into that interdimensional realm, there are other things there besides Bigfoot, Sasquatch. There are things that were here on this earth long before God said, "Let there be light," if you so inclined to believe in that, and the creation method. I always point out the Holy Michael prayer where he says, and all other evil spirits that seek the ruin of man. There's others besides the devil. there's the jinn, there's, other multiple interdimensional creatures. There could be, aliens there's different races of aliens that have a taste for human flesh, and they could be opening up stuff interdimensionally. I don't know. Get David Pallades back on here.
Oh, I don't think he'll come back on with me, but that's.
I asked him a question about a couple of things because there was certain things that a couple of theories I was working on there. Why are there staircases in the middle of the woods? And people are told don't even go up them. They're just like out of nowhere. You ever see those?
No.
Look that up. That is some strange stuff. I mean, we're talking about staircase in the middle of the woods. You're walking in the woods, there's a big staircase there.
And if I seen one, guess what would happen?
You're going to walk on it, and then you're going to die.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, well.
100% right there.
Now on the Malliard Report. Germantown Runner.
Germantown Runner has to host the show because Jim walked up the stairs that he shouldn't have. Or walked down them, as it were, because that'd probably kill me quicker. No.
Yes. And no, I do not have any Finding cannibals. They are god-awfully annoying.
So, okay.
Oh, my God.
So Germantown Runner has two questions in the chat we'll get to here in a second, but I want to ask you, have you seen the UFO meme? The one with the tic-tac, the UFO thing where it's all blurry and stuff. $6 million bomber or whatever it is, and then some guy out the jet plane taking a picture of another plane on his iPhone.
No, I have not.
I'll have to dig that one up and send it to you.
I'll tell you what, when all these videos came out recently, I've seen these videos years ago. I saw them before. I don't know. I don't remember where. They weren't new to me, and it's really interesting. The current conversation as far as the UFO realm is concerned is how none of the things that were being talked about from Lou and a couple other people came to fruition. And Lou's on a different path. He's doing something else now, and I always want to remind everybody that complains about it because they believe Lou and what was taking place is like, you realize this guy got paid a living to lie to people for a living, right? He's a deceiver. This is his role. It's almost like a conference. I know people that do this in the military. This is what their job is. It's really interesting. Like you get paid to lie to people. Yep, I do. But yet they believed him. Oh, he was so sincere on that. It's the same story when you get, that Dahmer boy was such a sweetheart. He helped me with the bag.
Yeah, nobody says, that guy next door. I was not surprised when he killed his family. You never hear that.
No one ever. Yeah. You don't say that dude was lining up to kill somebody. It was inevitable. But no, I haven't seen that meme. So I apologize.
I'll find it and send it to you after the show. So, do you want the easy Germantown Runner question or the hard one?
I'll take the hard one for 50, and then I'll go for the grand prize.
Okay. Well, the easy one's probably yes or no, which you can expound, of course. Germantown Runner's hard question.
I don't want to take up all your.
No, you're fine. Nobody's else has tried to buzz in, so this is a good one. This is a good one. What if all the aliens are dead? Depending on the average lifetime of civilizations across the universe, we might be more likely to find alien ruins than a thriving species. Discovering
he's 100. That
is wow.
Yep, he's kind of correct. This is what I'll tell you. Everything. It is an ominous sign for all the future. The reason why we have a variety of different species of alien here, some of which have been here before, some are interdimensional, some are under inner Earth beings, and a lot are from other parts of other galaxies that are here. They're not here for anything other than to save their species. Their species is gone extinct, and they're trying to save their species. And they're doing this because humans have something that is really, really good for them: fresh DNA. Okay? We have there's good DNA and there's a couple little pockets that it's unknown DNA. We don't know what it's really for. But this is why these species are abducting people. They're tracking these people, and they're creating hybrids with them. They're trying to save their own worlds. That's it. It's not about saving Earth. It's about saving themselves. So, to see finding species or civilizations that are extinct, yeah, you may be finding one of their old civilizations one day, but most of these ones that are captured will tell you straight up, this is why we're here. You're on the path we were on. We destroyed our entire planet. If you want to get into the cannibal, Mr. Germantown Runner, no one, everybody talks about the cattle mutilations, but no one wants to talk about the human mutilations. Go look that one up.
Yeah, there's some strange stuff out there. Be careful. That is not a PG Google search, for the record.
Oh, no.
For the record.
You may want the kids up for that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, we try to run a family-friendly program around here, but if you're under the age of 45, you might not want to look that up.
You do not want to know about human mutilation. But that was the hard Germantown Runner question?
That was the hard one. Ready for the easy one?
Wow.
This was. Let me scroll back here.
Is there an easy one?
Yeah, there's an easy one.
Yes, I know. I know, GTR. The caps, all caps. Blah, blah, blah.
No. Are you taking your brood downtown to watch the balloons on Thursday at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
No, I'm not going to go watch the woke parade. I don't want to. I've been there. It's probably going to be chilly, and I'd rather sleep. It's not as impressive. See, this is the problem. Like I said before, society has ruined everything. They've ruined it. With all this, me stuff and feeling stuff, and you can't have some balloons of this, or you can't have this balloon for that. I don't want to be involved in it.
Wait. Let's back up a step.
We'll make.
Besides all that stuff, we're staying positive tonight in the Cannibal Hour.
Yeah. On the Cannibal Hour.
But wait.
Tonight on the Cannibal Hour.
Wait, is this what this? Let's boil it down this way. This is another one of these events that is better on TV than in person.
No, actually, I've been there for a couple of decades. My dad would wake us up. We'd drag us into the city. We'd walk all over, up to roughly around where the museum is on the west side. And we'd get to see it early, and then we'd leave and go home. It was freezing. There was no bathrooms.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is one of those events that's better on TV than in person.
No, it used to be great in person. I don't know. I don't like it either way. I'm not impressed. I don't like the commentary that people are. They always put some stupid comments in. It's kind of like listening. Bob Costas was really great for a while, and now it's like annoying. His descriptive commentary on things is just annoying. I don't want to hear you anymore.
But we got to go to Germantown.
The dominatrix balloon, yeah, that's for the kids, huh, Dave?
We've got to go to Germantown Runner on this. Is this one of these events that would be better in person or on TV? And is there any event that is just okay? I'm going to ask you, Brian, since you're here, as we wait for Germantown Runners on this. Is there any event that is better on TV than being there live?
Yeah. There's a lot of events that are better on TV.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This falls into that. You can watch it on mute.
There's a lot of sports events. I think there's a lot of entertainment events that would be better on television because every seat is pretty good. I've been to the Times Square Ball. I never ever want to do that again in my life, ever. I used to work there. I mean, literally every day you go in to get coffee, you can see the Times Square Ball because we were up that high where the ball was. It's pretty nice, but I never want to be there again. There's nothing. It would be really exciting. Correct me if I'm wrong, everybody. New Year's is amateur hour, in my opinion. People go out, they spend all this extra money on something that would have cost them $20 the day before. There's nothing to New Year's. 3, 2, 1. Okay, boom. It's the same thing. You feel the same thing. Now, I think it would be better if we could figure out a way that once New Year's hits, everybody just farts or something, or there's a green flash or something, just to, we know it's New Year's. Oh my God, Grandpa, whew, something like that would be great. But other than that, nah. I'll stay home. I mean, going to a concert, seeing Paul McCartney or a legend, that would be great. There's something about being at a concert and being surrounded by people and fans, and you feel that music in your chest. But as far as parades are concerned, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to be there. To see people lip syncing down the street, no, I'm good.
So you got to catch up on Germantown Runner here. He seeing in person would rock, but TV's more comfortable. Okay.
Yep.
He was in Times Square once for the Y2K, and he was happy he was there, but won't do it again.
Yeah, almost everybody I know that has ever been to Times Square just never want to be there again. It's just, you are jam-packed with people, and I'm going to give you a pro tip. If you do it, bring the pens, because you're not going to find a bathroom anyplace.
So how about this? This is great. You're going to love this.
Yep.
Instead of New Year's Eve, we do that July 3rd into July 4th, immediately followed by the fireworks, and do the parade the next day on July 4th with the big balloons.
No. That would ruin my birthday. I don't want my birthday ruined. I like the fireworks. And I'm really pissed off that when they don't do anything on July 4th with the fireworks. It's always like, July 2nd, we're going to have fireworks. July 4th, to hell with all of you. It should be on Independence Day. Now, granted, the 2nd and 3rd are important days too, but the 4th is the day that was chosen.
Then you just need to come out somewhere in the country.
Parades,
I'm pretty sure if I looked at maybe not tonight, it's a little cold out there, but I have some neighbors that like to shoot fireworks off because it's a day that ends with Y.
I watch probably some of them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I love fireworks, and I wish I had a big enough place where I could go into some of these stores and buy some of those balls and tubes and have the great displays and report. But yeah, I get worried about that because one of our next door neighbors that moved to Long Island, some of the kids were lighting up fireworks and they lit her house on fire. So I'm a little bit leery about that myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I like those. I used to go to Maine a lot, and I'd get those the local July 4th small town America parade, which isn't anything special, but there's something very quaint about it. Feels like a Norman Rockwell moment. It's very innocent. It's quaint. Oh, there's the fire chief. There's the VFW. It's really nice. Other than that, the only thing else that
listen,
better in person
parade's going by right now. If you just listen.
Yeah, well, that's yeah. We get a ton of those every day. I live, I am.
I know.
City,
I know where you are.
Somebody's arresting somebody or shooting something. But yeah, it's some of those small town parades are great. I'm sure you probably have a great parade in your neck of the woods.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, he just posted Blue Origin. I'm not really a fan.
Because you haven't went yet. That's why.
It took me over a month to get vitamins, and this guy's firing people in the face. Yeah, no, I'll pass. Thanks. If I pay $200 a year, can I get on the Blue Origin?
I think it'd be good.
I thought it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jim. Tell me this wouldn't have been great. I would have done this. See, if I was the guy that owned Blue Origin, and we had William Shatner going up in that craft, when he landed, I would make sure everybody there was dressed like they were people from the Planet of the Apes. Everyone. That would have been cool.
Hey, I'm still mad at William Shatner. He told me no about coming on this show.
Well, He's Canadian. What can I tell you?
He tells he doesn't do podcast interviews, but
You have a lot of nice Canadians too. I'm surprised.
I know that's why I'm a little surprised, a little bummed out, but that's okay. I get it. He gets probably hundreds of requests a day, so whatever.
We need Germantown Runner to do a report. Get in that Blue Origin, get up there, go see it, and come back down.
I think somebody. I mean, he writes for people in that neighborhood, so he should, or at least
Michael
they'll get a
Strahan,
tour.
Look at that. Maybe they'll use Michael Strahan's front teeth to open up beer bottles when they get on top. Oh, yes, I went there, Dave. Jeez Louise. You'd think with that kind of money you'd fix your teeth. I don't know. I'm not trying to point people out, but it's like, hey, I've got a tooth problem too. I'm working on it. But
it's identifiable, that's for sure.
Yeah, that and the list, it's great. It's just what everybody wants, Charlie Brown. I'm going to be in trouble now. I better leave.
Okay. Well, thanks for filling some time for me and butchering this show.
Yeah, you got it. Try the veal, everybody.
Happy Halloween and happy Thanksgiving.
You too. To everybody. Bye.
I don't know why my first reaction was happy Halloween. So there's Sir Brian Bowden. Go over and check out Nobody But Me and all his other fun stuff. And when we get to be able to talk about his TV show, we'll do that, or the TV show that he's appearing on, we'll do that as well. Man, I don't want to say that's an eye-opening conversation. I don't know if that's an eye-opening conversation that we need to have. Okay, so we've got, 10 minutes left or so? So if you want to call in and, I don't know. I don't even know what to talk about anymore. Whatever you want to talk about, that'd be great. So yes, the Germantown Runner just posted in that Blue Origin is sending up Michael Strahan and the oldest daughter of U.S. astronaut Alan Shepard. That's cool. I think they should send Germantown Runner up. I think that'd probably be the thrill of his life. Maybe we should raise the money. You think we could? I don't know how much does it cost? I've got some extra coins. How many hundreds of millions of coins do I need? That's the question. How many hundreds of millions of coins do we need to send Germantown Runner to space? Only $250,000. I think we could do that. Is that U.S. money, though? That might be the first problem. I don't know. That's like several billion t-shirts. But we could do it. I'm sure. One at a time, right? Okay. I'm so scattered right now. It's ridiculous. Ugh. Okay. So what are we... I just looked at my notes. So what are we thankful for this year? Oh, boy. Which state do I have to pay tax for that in Germantown Runner? Because that's going to add some money to that. Sales tax. I'm sure. Ugh. Sales tax. Good stuff. Okay. So, something we're not thankful for. Something we are thankful for. I started to say this in Texas. Oh, so is there sales tax in Texas? I know there's no personal income tax in Texas, if I'm correct. Which I'm probably not, but, want to be the first time. The Republic of Texas, right? From the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to the Republic of Texas. So if you've been paying attention the last few weeks, you've noticed some reoccurring guests, some fan favorites, some old friends of the show coming by. as we kind of shift gears a little, kind of getting back through some of these people that I've promised for years they'd be back on. And why is that? Well, there's a number of reasons for that, of course. First and foremost, I do enjoy everybody that's been on this program. There isn't too many people. There are a few. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say everybody's welcome back. But there are the wide majority of guests on this program are always welcome back. So it's time to catch up on with some people, and as we shift into 2022, there's going to be some slight window dressing changes and some slight changes here and there. You're going to see a few different things. It's all good, though. Just be ready. Be aware. Be open. Okay. Some other things we're thankful for. Touched on the internet, right? Community. Electric. Heat. Roofs over our head. Friends like Brian Bowden who make you laugh. Friends like Germantown Runner who make you think. I'm still thinking about this alien thing. Finding ruins instead of finding... What if? Alright, what if? I guess we've got to get there first. We've got to send Germantown Runner to space first. And then we can find ancient ruins somewhere else. What a process that'll be to try to date them. You're killing me, Germantown, huh? Six hours in the moored freezer. Wow. That's interesting. Makes you... Hyperthermia should be a problem there at some point, but what do I know? So what else? What else am I missing here, guys? What else should we be thankful for? Mars, you know, if you ever get to Mars, Pennsylvania, say hello. I'm not that far away. Oh, wait, they're talking about Mars, the planet. I'm about over an hour from Mars, Pennsylvania, and not that, probably about an hour from Venus, Pennsylvania, too. Figure that one out. Yeah, I mean, if one of us hits the Powerballs for the Mega Millions, we're definitely starting Germantown Runner Space. There's no question. Of course, I have to play first, but, you know. Definitely. Maybe we could just get everybody up and we can just go fly that thing ourselves. Right? That'd be fun. The world would never be the same. The world is not ready for that. What else? Oh, whoever mixed my drink tonight. Oh. Wow. That guy's fired. Ooh, that lemonade's hard. And it's not liquored up either. I think I found the spot that I missed with the spoon. Ooh. Wow. Good stuff. Okay. So as we look at this, okay, I'm going to ask these two guys in the chat room. What are my Thanksgiving plans? Oh, dinner with the family. Yeah. That's not that exciting, but that's what it is. It's just straightforward dinner with the family. Yeah, about 4 o'clock I think it is. So I'll be starving all day and probably eating way too much at dinner and coming home and going to bed. And probably getting up early and knocking some doors down for some Black Friday deals. Maybe not. I don't know. I was told of some things that I might need to go get for the children's for Christmas, but I don't know. Walk after I eat. Are you kidding? I don't like the walk. I mean, walk from the dinner table to the couch? No. No, we, honestly, Germantown Runner, we're kind of a simple bunch of people around here. We don't have that many special traditions when it comes to those type of things. Probably the weirdest special tradition we have around here is the cottage cheese with the pineapple, mayonnaise, and cherry. Kind of an appetizer before dinner. That is probably the weirdest tradition we have around here. And I don't know where it comes from, but it's been on the family dinner table for ever since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. And it will continue to be. I know it sounds absolutely horrible, but it actually isn't that bad. And it's just one of those things that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it came from. Probably some magazine 100 years ago. Thought it was a great idea, and we just keep doing it. So, there's that. Thanksgiving and Christmas, they're both there all the time. So, yeah, Germantown Runner, have you got your tree up yet, Germantown Runner? I know we're getting close to that season. I know we asked Rebecca Housel a few weeks ago if she had her tree up. And, yeah, I'm excited. Holiday season's I mean, I don't like the snow. I mean, I do like snow. When the snow is fresh and it's white and it's really clean, it's nice. After a while, when it gets brown and muddy and it's been around and it's icy and no. Artificial tree going up this Saturday and real tree the week after that. When I said real tree, the first thing that came to my mind was camo. And I don't have any idea why. I guess that is a brand of camo, but I'm like, real tree? He's putting the camo tree up. That's pretty cool. Unpaid endorsement. Good stuff. Real tree camo. I don't hunt though, so it doesn't really matter. For those people who have thought this was a duck hunting podcast years ago, there's your joke. Catch that one. Should have been. No, I'm just kidding. Now, as we wind down here, I'm just thankful for all of you who've made it to this point. Real tree blue spruce from a Maryland tree farm. Colorado blue spruce. Well, isn't it a Maryland blue spruce if it's from Maryland? History's mysteries right there. Because, oh boy, that's the kind of show this has been, isn't it? Oh boy. No, it's great to be here. It's great to be with you all. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're together. Really looking forward to the holidays in 2022 and spending more time with you all. And doing great things. And doing good shows and having more fun. So, for those of you who are not here live, you're really missing the boat. Really, truly missing the boat. I'll talk to you soon. I can promise you. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Malliard Report. Stay tuned for details on saving money at the Duck Pond Shop. I hope you enjoyed this report. Please subscribe so that you can join us again. And if you appreciate the show, leave us some stars or a review. For more notes from this show or other great shows, check out Malliard.com. A reminder, the views and opinions of this show are those of the host and guest and do not represent any sponsors, affiliates, or any other partners of the Malliard Report. Now for your money-saving tip. Promo code Malliard at checkout of duckpondshop.com, where you can get your t-shirt, coffee mug, and other great products. That's promo code Malliard at checkout, duckpondshop.com. Until next week, stay safe and keep quacking.